Linda Barcz from the Bruce Company taking your calls at 270-9933. You can smell this flower through the entire studio.
Isn't that amazing?
What is it?
It's an oriental lily, and it's one that you keep it alive. You buy it now and enjoy the flowers. And then in the summer, once it's warm enough in May, you can plant it outside and it will survive our winters.
It's not going to flower again, but it'll flower next year.
Correct, yes.
And what is this crazy thing?
Well, that is, I thought you might like that because it's got these strange little purple striped leaves. It's a type of kalanchoe, and people are familiar. It's a succulent, really thick. Feel how thick those leaves are, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
And it's related to this one that is behind it that has beautiful pink flowers. This is a double flowering kalanchoe also, but just plain green leaves, but wonderful flowers. And the flower on this is not as showy, but you grow it for the foliage.
And what is this big thing?
Not the prettiest, is it?
No, it isn't.
That is an elephant ear, and it will turn into a really wonderful plant that you can use. Taro root is also the common name, so I saw whole fields of it in Hawaii. And this actually is one of the bulbs that you can plant now, and then when the leaves develop, put it in a sunny spot, and then move it outside once we're past danger of frost again.
All right, good enough. Let's go to the phones. We'll start with Jim in Reedsburg. Hi, Jim. What's your question?
Hi. I'd like to know if it's too early to start morning glory seeds inside.
That's interesting. I was talking to people. No, morning glories, I think it's too early for them just because it's a vine, and you do want to start them inside, but not yet. I think I got fooled by the fact that there's no snow.
It's only February 20th.
It's only February, yes. So you want to start these things so that you'll be able to move them outside before they get too unyieldy. And a vine like that might become a problem unless you have a greenhouse. No, buy the seeds now, have them on hand, but don't start them just yet.
All right, let's go to Dixie in Verona. Hi, Dixie. What's your question?
Hi. I was ill last fall and didn't get my flower beds cleaned out and deadheaded a lot of stuff, and I haven't got anything coming up yet. Can I sprinkle like Preen all over that area, and will it kill the weeds before they come up, or will it hurt the flowers? It's mostly tulips and bleeding hearts in there.
Okay. Preen is a product it's a pre-emergent. And what that does is it prevents weed seeds like dandelions and other things that will germinate from seed. So it's too early because the soil is way too cold. Now, typically you'll be putting that on maybe like mid-April. Keep an eye on it. It depends upon how sandy your soils are. You want to put the preen down before you see anything emerge, and it will not hurt the bleeding hearts or the bulbs. It only inhibits the weed seeds. They start a little root, and that material kills that off.
So it's a little too early for that.
Yes, it is.
All right, let's go to Virginia in Madison. Hi, Virginia.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
I have a Scheffleria plant with the big flower petals, and I have a big shoot on it that is green, and then about halfway down the stem, it turns woody.
Okay.
And my question is, I would like to know if I can cut, and root it in water, cut off, and if I can do it, can I do it above? Well, first of all, can I do it?
Okay, I would not suggest that with Schefflerias. They do develop sort of a woody stem, and so what you can do is what's called air layering, and you actually cut into the stem, put some rooting compound, and wrap that area with some moist sphagnum moss, and wrap that all in plastic. And then when the roots, what happens, part of the plant is still attached to the parent plant, and then when you see roots developing in there, through that clear plastic, then you can cut it and repot.
But it's not going to, you can't put it in water and grow roots.
No, I think
I've tried it.
It's going to rot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've tried that too, and it didn't work. But that's in theory, right?
Yes.
All right, Marianne in Barneveld. Hi, Marianne. What's your question?
Hello. I have a Norfolk folk pine tree that I got for Christmas like 2 or 3 years ago, and it's 4 feet tall. And I was wondering if I should transplant it, or how to transplant it.
Okay.
And when would be the best time?
Marianne, how many years ago did you get this plant?
Like three Christmases ago.
Okay.
It was one of these that was decorated with.
Sure. And it's probably grown a couple of feet in that time frame, hasn't it?
It's 4 feet tall now. It's just really.
All right. They tolerate being root bound, but it probably after that amount of time and that much growth, especially if you want the plant to continue to get larger. Some people don't repot them because they don't want them to get too big in their home. But if you want a big full-size plant, if you can if you have that much room, repotting it probably in March would be a great time. We're starting to get longer day length, and then what happens is don't put it in too big of a pot just because it's a 4-foot tree. Only go about 2 inches bigger than the existing one. Use potting soil that you buy that's sterilized, and go about 2 inches bigger, and you'll have a nice plant.
And they're beautiful.
They are. They're beautiful.
All right, we're out of time. If you're on the line, stay there. Linda will take your call off the air. We'll see you next week.
Okay.
And we'll see you right after the break.